Hey, what's up? It's the normal playing guy, and hey, so I got a lot of catching up to do. Turns out, Saiyan Day was the Super Kaioken God Super Saiyan Goku. Lovely. Kaioken Blue Goku. Specifically, I think this is the one where he came out versus Hit, right? When he tried to break his limits. There's a lot of flack about this guy saying that he's terrible, but I've used him, and yeah, okay, even at Rainbow, it comes out at 25 million turn 1. Even at 55%, we're talking 15 to 18 million, pending on supports, and that's turn 1, which is really good. So he is rep 7 full power, 200% for the HP, but otherwise 170%, with a 220% bonus for tournament participants and superheroes. So Rep 7 superheroes, actually Rep 7 and tournament participants is going to get a full solid 220, right? Which is nice. Entrance animation, 2 or more is essentially tournament of power, right? Or one other Rep 7, which again, you're going to get that fairly easy. If you do, you're guaranteed to guard all attacks, and you have a massive 170% defense and an additional super attack for 3 turns. The super attack greatly raises stats as a 50% buff. Dude! That's no wonder they hate him. Dude, that's just balls. Because, when ever does he ever sacrifice his own HP to do this? I mean, he eats into his stamina, not his bloody health. Right, well, that gives the super easy A for the AGL one some hope, right? Otherwise, you get 3 key 200% to stats, that's nice, buffed by the additional 170, right? That's great. Flat out, you get a 50% chance to crit, 50% chance to dodge, and you're a tech orb changer. Nice, okay. When you super attack, you get 200% to stats, which is on top of this, which then will be a multiplier of by 50% as well, so that's insane. You get an additional defense 100%, but when your health is at 70% or more, but you get a massive amount of attack. Your attack doubles when you're at 70% or less. If you are at spot on 70%, you will get both. 1 or more tech key sphere, which should be super easy to get considering he is a tech changer. You get massive amount. That's insane. Double the attack and an additional super attack, which gives you an additional 50% buff. When all allies in the same turn belong to Rep 7, you get an additional 70% and a 30% chance to crit. Stacks in with this. So with Rep 7, and you will have this, right, because it's on the character's entry turn. When all characters are in the same turn, again, it's going to be easy. You're going to be having 80% to crit, and you're going to be having 200%, so that's 400%. Arguably, you could be having double that one, right? And then, of course, you could have, that's my doorbell going, and then, of course, you could have the additional 70%. So it's no wonder this guy hits at close to 20 million for 55%. It's ridiculous. If you use a revival skill, so the revival skill must be this one, so can be activated from the 4th turn once only. We'll see what that is. Okay. So if you do happen to use the allies revival skill, we'll find out what triggers it. You guard all attacks, period, not just for 3 turns. 170% defense extra, and this is on top of already going to get all this. Guaranteed additional super attack, nice. Chance to perform a crit and dodge goes up by 20%, means you get a flat out 70%. That's nice. Standby skill, 4th turn, from the 4th turn. So there's no other conditions onto this. Let's have a look. Right, okay. So you come out with 10 key and 200% attack. Okay, you change all key spheres to tech, so you get that huge amount of buff. So you could potentially get that heal, maybe. Oh, actually, I see why. 159% on attack with 10 or more. For every key sphere obtained, and remember, you're going to change the entire board. Attack and chance to crit goes up by 10%, so you're going to have a guaranteed crit by then, right? Because it changes key spheres all to tech, and that's all 25. But your attack goes up by 250% on top of this. Chance to evade plus 10% within the turn before attacking. So you're guaranteed to dodge, you're guaranteed to crit, you're going to have a retarded amount of attack, guaranteed super attack, which massively raises, 10%. Oh, dude, I see why they hate him. God, that's actually a lot, Like this difficult content, you might be able to bust out 25 million, but the other units can't. Nice. If you are knocked out within this turn, you'll revive with 70% HP. You will, however, revert back to the other one, who is better. So sure, you do get health back, right? So great. He is going to hit ridiculous. This will be a one-turn hitter, right? So otherwise, you go back to normal. Well, back to the other one. However, should you get KO'd, and you kind of would want to, you get that. Condition: when the revival is activated, you counter with super intense power against the enemy who knocked you out, or the ally, which is nice. So it's not just you; it could be anybody in this, right? So you counter it, so you don't get knocked out, you just revive. Okay, so fair enough. And then of course the finish condition, you just get a bonus attack. So the counter is a big ass attack while having this. Okay, I get you. And then you would go back to this, only this time you guard bonus defense and you come out even stronger. I get it, I really do. It's no wonder he is ridiculously powerful, but I can see why he's hated. This is painful. Wow. I mean, just 10, losing 5% HP and then losing 10. Right, so this is per super. So let's think about this. You get a guaranteed additional super attacks. That's 10. So you get 5% plus this, 10%. Then there's this. That's with one tech. So that's 15%. Right? So you're going to lose 50, well, essentially 5% off the 5% of the 5%, but often it little makes no difference. 15% off your health, and hidden potential system, 20% of your health. And if you go to the other one, you do additional super attacks, you're going to lose like 30-40% of your health. Yeah, you're going to do some damage, but at this point you cannot afford. I mean, on the flip side, you are supposed to get KO'd, right? But then think about this. You get KO'd, okay, I get it. But like this, like he still continues to get wrecked. Look, there's an additional one here. You ain't losing any additionals. You're going to hit very hard, but you're going to die real quick. The AGL Kaioken one of this, with his super easy A, is going to be, it's going to be better. I can see why this guy is ass, right? And offensive based units are the first to die out. Wow, okay. Well, I'm sure it's well figured out by now. But yeah, anyway, that's him. By the way, hit is brilliant, right? He's pretty good for Universe 6. He's not this build. He's a bit different. So yeah, go read up on him. But this guy, ouch. If you summon for this guy, wow. Okay, what are we talking though? Yeah, okay, gonna be his best partner. His super easy A is good. These are reasonable. Alright, okay, good floaters. Like, yeah, solid. He is good. Solid enough floaters. Goku, yeah, okay. Needs a super easy A. Yeah, okay, granted, these guys are great. Needs an easy A these days. There are some, oh yeah, these two are good. There are some good. In particular, it's going to be Warrior Gods is what's giving you all the Realm of Gods, Goku and Vegetas, right? In particular, the Gokus. That's all your Warrior Gods. And there are some flexibility in this. Kaioken doesn't have Warrior Gods, but you are going to have shocking speed and over in a flash, most likely, coming in with 6 links. Yeah, you do. So fair enough. Look, how would you build him? Dodge. Literal dodge. He's got crit and he's going to come in with at least 50%, right? Then you're going to come out with this, which is 80%. You don't want additionals. Oh, you build additionals, you're asking for death. Otherwise, I'd say, yeah, literally pure dodge. There's no other choice. Dodge and crit, and then just hope for the best. But yeah, okay. That's it. That's enough of this video. We'll crack on with the rest. I need to catch up. But yeah, Kaioken Goku, if you summoned on him, well, you were a fool. But other than that, I'll see you in the next one. You've been smashing. Thank you, and bye-bye.